Hey y'all, hey, welcome to the 19th episode of Theories and Thoughts with Anya and
Fancy.
Fancy. I have to do that every week. Yeah, today has been a crazy day for me and for Fancy. So we're gonna try to liven up today, but we do have a serious topic to talk about today. Living through difficulty. So I can't wait till we talk to Miss Shawnna Coney. Did I say that right?
Connie.
Coney. And
Connie. Yeah.
I'm giving y'all a little bit shoulder today. And I know you be like this.
Hi, Lord. I wish I could be as energetic. I'm just like, okay, let's. But I'm here and I'm actually I'm trying to share on my page. I'm trying to do a watch party. So that's what I'm doing. The reason why I'm looking down. Not to just be like I'm not involved because I am
You
present.
involved. You ain't involved. I was like, let me see about mine. Anywho, let's get on to the news. College student files lawsuit against police from officer pointing a gun at the student's head, a black student. So, according to the New York Times, officer pointed gun at black college student's head, lawsuit says. Jalen Butler, a swimmer at Eastern Illinois University, said he was unlawfully searched and held at gunpoint by officers during a bus stop with his team last year. Jalen Butler and Eastern Illinois University swim teammates were returning from a championship tournament last year in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, when their bus driver pulled off Interstate 80 near a rest stop in East Malin, I want to say Malane, Illinois. It was shortly after 8 p.m. and Mr. Butler, then 19, got out of the bus, which was headed to Charleston, Illinois, about 190 miles south of Chicago, to stretch his legs and snapped a selfie in front of a buckle up is the road sign. He was walking back to the bus when several law enforcement vehicles, their lights flashing, pulled over, and officers appeared with guns drawn and pointed at him. According According to court records, Mr. Butler, who was the only black student among the more than 30 on the bus, was surprised and confused, but knew what to do. Court records said he instantly stopped, put his hands up, dropped the cell phone that was in his hand, and dropped to his knees. Wow. I'm glad he filed a lawsuit.
Oh yeah, the rest of the story was the same, like how they ended up putting a gun to his head. Like after they had his sorry, I'm trying to correct your name. After they had the officer had his foot on his neck. And that's when he told him if he keeps moving, that he'll do that. Even though you can see that they clearly said that, he knew what to do, and then they were still threatening him. They also still put him in the car for a period of time, even though the coaches came over and explained that he was a member of the swim team. But I wanted to share that he is in his lawsuit. He cited claims of false arrest, excessive detention, and excessive use of force. So I think that really, that he's in the right to do that. It's two different. It seems like it's two different police departments or sheriff's departments involved with the case, and one was claiming that that their officers weren't involved, but they later, found out that they were. But they said that the governor of Illinois, that he said something about it. He was really shocked by what he saw, as he should be, and really it's just a sad situation, but it's starting to almost become like the norm, like you can read the headline, even though also I didn't like how the headline read, the way they made it seem like he was literally that literally happened as he was taking a selfie, which it wasn't quite the case, but it was a little misleading in my opinion.
Agreed. I look at it as even while I was reading the story, it said he knew what to do.
Right, that's what I was saying.
He knew what to do. It's a shame that we have to teach our boys to know what to do. I'm loving my lipstick. Hold up. Okay, I'm done. Um, he knew what to do. It's a shame that we have to say, this is what you do when being stopped by a police officer. It's a shame he wasn't doing anything. From what the article said, he was taking a selfie. Why? Why as Black boys, you can't even take a selfie? You can't go hang out with your friends because you'll be racially profiled. Funny thing, I went out with some friends the other night and we went to this club and the police was there and he was telling us to kind of move out the way, da da da. And these white guys, went to talking that shit. It was a Black officer. And he said, I tell you what, you're not getting in this club tonight. And I was like, just like that. He literally was like, and so his friends came over after, because the guy was talking shit. Your friends wasn't trying to stop you from talking shit. But when the officer was like, he not getting in this club tonight, they were like, oh shit, wait, let's go talk it out. No, he was like, no, you should have told him shut up earlier. And all of them got out the line. That was before me, so I got up and got in the club a little bit faster. And I was happy about that. I was happy about that situation because it seems like when the other races, white, do something, they kind of get a pass. Whereas whenever it's Black, we get racially profiled. We get pulled to the ground. We get guns to our heads. We get feet to our necks. And I don't like it.
Well, I'll say this, having a 20-year-old Black son who is very Black, dark skin with dreads and everything, then
very Black.
I mean, but I'm just saying, he is, and his mannerism, all of it is Black. But while I hate the fact that it is like, like you said, that they know what to do, at the same time, I much rather him do what needs to be done, to still have him here another day. And I think that that's like, it's sad that it's something that we have to accept, but we also have to accept it, So when we talk about being upset about it, I just don't want anybody to listen to it and think, oh, well, you know what? Like, well, I'm just not going to teach my kid that or whatever, because you never know what people think. So just to be clear, we do still need to be teaching our boys this at the end of the day. We still want them here.
Right. I totally agree. Don't get me wrong.
And I get what you're saying. Because even when I read it, that stood out to me as well. So I get what you're saying totally. But I just want to note that because, especially we live in a time nowadays, it seems like people are so easily influenced, and we act off instinct. And so I think it's really important that we're drilling into our kids' heads that, like, hey, you can't act off emotion in these type of situations. You're going to have to think logical, and see this through the right way so that you don't end up getting killed by, just because you made the wrong move, just out of nervousness. So it worries me. I'm not gonna lie. So
definitely, I mean, definitely, and that's the problem. Like, we shouldn't.
And it's still something every day. That's the sad thing. It's like these stories are almost every other day.
Right. All righty, on to our next story. One United Bank. I'm sorry. Did you have more to say on that, Vance?
No.
One United Bank's Harriet Tubman debit card is a success despite negative online response. This is a complex article. Despite an overwhelming negative reaction online, One United Bank's controversial Harriet Tubman card is a hit with customers. TMZ reports that the card, which has been likened to Tubman during the Black Panther Wakanda Forever salute, garnered massive interest for the Black-owned bank. The debit card has seen one United's receipt. Wait, the debit card has seen that don't read right. They didn't write that right. One United received 10 times its usual volume of account signups, with a large number of customers requested to switch to the new design. It's been less than a week since the bank debuted the card, but it saw a similar increase in interest when it partnered with Killer Mike for the hashtag Bank Black movement in 2016. I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome. I've been saying I want to get a account with them, but I think their sign up fee is like $500, and I just didn't have $500 just to be like, let's sit this in this bank right now. I gotta check.
I didn't know that. I have been like just following their different public relations stuff, because I think they'd be great to partner with. But their $500 sign up fee is.
I'm about to see. I'm about to look it up now.
But
they have a Bank United account. I have many bank accounts. You should have multiple bank accounts, because if something happens with one, you always have the other. And I was in banking when I learned that.
Well, I learned to listen the hard way in life. Not in banking, but I know. But
credit union if you can.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said you should have a credit union account if you can.
Oh. Well, I was gonna say, I thought the card was cool at first, and I started reading kind of some of the stuff, and I guess it kind of made me think, but I think those who might be most offended are more serious type of people, and we've just kind of evolved as a society. So I wasn't, of course, offended by the card. I thought it was a neat idea, and actually, what's her name? Terry Williams, the bank president, she was saying that this is a symbol of Black empowerment in 2020. Will pave the way for Harriet Tubman design up on the $20 bill. So she's saying like that they released this kind of like in preparation of the $20 bill, which is supposed to come out once Trump is in office. But people was mad about that, and that's the main people I'm thinking is mad. But I wanted to kind of see who some of those people were that were making the comments in one of the articles that I was reading. You know how sometimes you can see their avatar, but I couldn't in that instance. So, but Anya's showing you all the card if you haven't saw it yet. And also in the comments, I was asking, how did you all feel about it? Do you like the card? Would you purchase a card or not? So, but that's kind of that on that matter.
I think it's a neat card, and I don't have a problem with her doing Wakanda Forever. I think people just find a reason to be upset. They have a problem with shit. That's just how.
Well, that is oftentimes the case. And I keep forgetting about the Wakanda symbol. But actually, everybody was doing the Wakanda symbol. So, yeah, like, I don't see what's so wrong with it. But I have heard several people in the last few months be like, they kind of tired of hearing about Black Panther. But I'm like, why? It was such a monumental thing. And, it seems like the beginning of when people started buying out the theaters and so on. It kind of started a whole movement with that. So, but that's, again, it's people. So,
that's the biggest thing. I think that we have so much damn self-hate at times. I think we have so much self-hate that we just find something wrong with us all the time. I was still trying to find the bank account information. I think that we just find something wrong with us. We have to find something wrong. We have to find an issue. Black Panther is the first, who was it? Martel? Yeah. One of them, girl, comic book that was Black. Like y'all can talk about all the rest of these things, but now you mad because we have something that we can hold on to. Those that are comic book people, Like you mad? What you mad about? What? We've been doing all this other mess for years and years, kept doing it. But now it's like, oh, it's a problem because we're talking about Black Panther. Okay, well, come up with another idea for us to be proud of. Because in actuality, I find that that's when they realized that Blacks had a buying power when we sold out the theaters for Black Panther. And if you pay attention, they target a lot of stuff towards Blacks now.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. So that just showed our buying power and things that we want to do. But we have so much damn hate that we don't know what to do.
I forgot you said you were still looking for that card. I said, what is Anya doing? Is she still doing me?
Girl, on it. Look, I'm right here like, okay, well, because I'm trying to talk to you and I'm scrolling through. Oh, I said $50 minimum deposit to open, no fee to open account. Oh, I think I'm about to send some.
Okay, so please note that for somebody to be telling One United, Swagger Magazine said their fee was $500. It's not.
Sorry, it's not $500. This is what it says: $50 minimum deposit to open, no fees to open an account. I don't know. It's been a year or so since I checked them out. They have a couple of things on here. I'm sorry, girl. I know it looks so crazy because I was like, what am I doing? I was over here. Look, and then I kept hitting it. Then I'm talking right here. Then I looking back here, girl. Don't mind me. Second, they even have a second chance checking. Come on now. And I could get some of my direct deposit sent here. Okay, I'm gonna sign up. Okay, anyway, enough about that.
All right.
Has our guest arrived?
Yes, she has. Do you want me to run through the sponsor right quick before we bring in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So 1 second, Shawnna, I'm going to bring you in, but I want to go ahead and recognize one of our sponsors, which is Deja Vu Skin, which is a family-owned skincare company, and it's actually like very family-owned. The craftswoman is Shaniki Corbett, and then there's also other members of her family, but they also play parts like co-owner, assistant. They do their whole thing is to include the family within the brand. So not only do they have like the lotions and bath bombs for women, but they also have like a lot of bath and body products for men. They even have the tattoo rejuvenation cream, like to make your tattoo show better. Yeah, especially with the way this weather is changing. I think that's a good idea. I don't have any tattoos, but I just kind of figure with dry skin. But also, and then they even have the kid line, which also includes like different bath bombs, and the kids will go out and vend. So you all can check them out. Let me share their information here right quick, because they've been with us for some time, and I just want to make certain that they're regular.
So sweet. She's so cute. I like her.
Okay. So yeah, you all can check them out. That's Deja Vu Skincare. Their Instagram as well as their website is there, but the website is DejaVuSkin.com. Instagram is DejaVuSkin18. Since Anya reminded me that some people actually listen to the podcast, not watch it. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead on and bring our guest Shawnna Coney in.
God, didn't open up me a bank account.
Okay.
Hey, Shawnna.
Hello. How is everyone?
How are you doing?
Girl, over here trying to open up a bank account. Wow. I say Harriet Tubman card. I'm gonna show y'all my card when it comes too.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. I'm trying to. Am I supposed to be able to see you guys, or?
Yeah, you don't see us?
No, it's just me right now.
She's
I don't
know.
I know. I see her,
and I can hear you, but I don't see you. I don't know.
Hey, we're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just smile in the camera like you do see us at times. So
no, I'm just looking at me.
Okay.
I mean, we see you. You looking cute though.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you.
But I'm sorry about that. But to kind of go into things, just to kind of let you all know, I don't just know Shawnna personally, but we know each other from Facebook. We are from the same town. And I
Right.
was really like following her story. And I thought that, and it was over some years just kind of following your posts and just kind of seeing, I see you writing about your daughter and things along the lines of that. And then I saw just basically your whole life change. I saw the play come about, and then you make it into the film. Now, I haven't had a chance to check those out, but I have had a chance to read some of your poems that you shared on Facebook. And so, I knew that you had the talent there. But I want you to kind of tell your story because I just thought that it was so, inspiring to the audience. So you can just kind of give us a background and how we got to the point of your play, One Flesh.
Okay. I'm Shawnna Coney from Macomb, Mississippi, and yeah, how did I get there? I got there. It was a journey to actually get there. It took a lot for me. I never would have thought that this is where I would be today, due to the many, trials and tribulations that I had to go through. So it was actually a surprise to me that I can even call myself a playwright. So yeah, I've been through a lot, a lot to say the least. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for it all. I understand now that everything was necessary. I understand now that I had to go through to get to. So One Flesh, actually, I sat down. I was divorced in 2016, and so I I think that's where my rebirth came from, because during the that dark time and during that hardship, that's when I picked up the pen. And I didn't really know at the time what I was writing. I didn't really know where I was going with it, what it would become. I was just writing because that's what I do. It was therapeutic for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing, and I'm still going through everyday life. Like we have to, no matter what we're going through, we still have to function. And so I'm going to work and I'm talking to friends about it. And a friend of mine, Quisha, she asked to read it one day. And I let her read it. I was not really, I just casually let her read it. And she loved it. And it kind of woke something up in me like, okay, well, if you like it that much, like she couldn't put it down. So I was like, okay, let me see, let me step out on faith with it. Let me see. I put a cast together, had a casting call. I put a cast together. We did a live show at Southwest College in 2016, and it was a sold out show. And from there, I turned around and made it a film in 2018. So yeah, and just recently, just recently, we're working on one entitled "For My Good," and uh, yeah, in the next 3, 4 months or so, we should be filming it. So yeah, I'm proud. I'm so proud because I never would have thought. See, sometimes you can go through so much that it damages you to the point of you can't dream no more.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see your worth. You don't see it being possible for you, not me. You think to yourself that, you know, it's impossible. But look at me now,
It's you came up. I was supposed to start freezing my eggs in was October. And
Mm,
Nancy and I was talking. She was like, "We should have Shawnna on. A lot of people share the same story,
mm-hmm,
with difficulty with conceiving." And I never thought
mm-hmm,
about conceiving. I was just preserving my eggs just in case,
mm-hmm.
or what have you. And Fancy said you had a story, and she didn't know if you wanted to talk about it. And I was like, "Yes, so many women deal with this, and
Right.
they don't they don't know other women. It's kind of hard to be like." Oh, I'm having problems with conceiving because we match that up as being a woman.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
What's wrong
Exactly.
with you?
Yeah, in 2008, August the 22nd, 2008, I lost my daughter. This year she would have been 12 years old. She passed away from SIDS. sudden infant death syndrome, and she was 5 weeks old. So
Mm,
that was devastating for me. That was a lot because I didn't I was blindsided. I didn't see it coming, you know. And
mm,
a lot of people look at her age and they think she was only 5 weeks old. How can you be attached? Um, she was only 5 weeks old in such a short period of time. But what they fail to understand is not that I lost my child. I lost a future. I lost. I lost a future with her. You know, I had dreams and aspirations. I had things that I wanted to see her do. I wanted to grow with her, and so it took me a long, long time. I actually have two children now, and
oh,
I have a little boy and a little girl. My little
mm.
boy will be 3 next month.
Oh, great.
My little girl is 6 months old. But it took miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage.
Mm,
It was 10 years from my daughter Treasure's passing to now. It was 10 years, and that's a long time to feel defeated, to feel like I can't do the one thing that women are supposed to be able to do naturally. And so yeah, that was a hard one. But I can remember like laying on my face crying at times. Like I could see my friends are all having kids, but why not me? Every time it got to the point where if I saw 2 lines on a pregnancy test, I couldn't get happy about it because I felt like I was gonna lose, or I was paranoid that I may lose a child. So yeah, but like I said previously, it took so much. It took so much to get to today, and I can't ask why things happen because now I understand that I had to go through, and why not me?
And
right.
that's what I really loved about your story, though, because I saw you making the post. I saw you, seems like when you had those moments, I guess, where it just really hit you and you just needed to express yourself. But then to see you, have your son and then later on have your daughter, and, in the midst of all of this,
Right.
producing your play and then producing a film. And I'm just like, wow, like you never know. You know what I
I
mean? Like you
never
just
seen
never
Right.
it.
know. It was just like your life just kind of just, whew. And I was like, okay, you know what? Like people need to see more of this. So
Yeah, I never seen it coming. I never could have imagined it, and my babies are spoiled. They are. I swear they get away with my son. He gets away with everything, and I know it's because I mean I love him differently. I can't say I love him differently, but that's my miracle baby. They both are. So I didn't expect to have them. So if I give him some extra candy, I'm sorry. If I buy him some extra toy or something, I'm sorry. That's my baby.
Right.
Um.
What
Yeah. So.
what things did you do? Like, I know you said you fell on your face. What
Yeah.
things did you do from Fancy saying your post? Because she used your story to encourage me. So I thank you for being that person that my friend was able to say, this woman did this, this, that, and the other. I may not have the same story as you, but she thought enough of me to share that. And that's why we wanted to bring you on. So, what are some things that when you're going through that dark period, especially
Mhm.
that thing that women supposed to do? Because I remember when I was diagnosed with PCOS, I was like, no man is going to want me. I can't have children. But in actuality, it's a 50-50 chance. And I just was like, you know, um, that's something that women just supposed to do. That's what makes you a
Right.
woman. So, what are the things that you did that kind of helped you get through the process? Or, I mean, you never get over it, but
No, you
things that
absolutely don't.
help you.
You never get over it. Yeah, I look at my children now, and I just think about my daughter. Like this year, she really would have been 12 years old, and I kind of imagine her. What would she be doing? What would she be like today? She would help me out with the baby, like get the diapers, help me with the bottle.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I did, I prayed. I prayed hard. I prayed heavy. I cried out, and I wouldn't stop going. It was for me. It was win, lose or draw. No matter like I kept doing poetry shows. I kept writing, and no matter if people liked it or if they didn't, it did not matter. I felt like I had to continue to pour out. I had to continue to pour myself out and allow myself to feel and to go through. And I think once you take away the anxiety of I may not be good enough, or the anxiety of what people may think, what people may say, I think that's where a lot of my go ahead came from. And like I said, I prayed, I remember times where I would go into church and I would just cry out. I would just cry out, and things started to change. Things started to change for me. Doors started to open for me that like I said, I never would have imagined. And so I learned how to activate my faith. Through it all, I learned how to keep going. And yeah, I couldn't stand I wouldn't not be able to stand myself if I would have given up.
Mm, that's right there. It says a lot. Go ahead, Fancy.
Well, I was gonna ask. So now with your play, One Flesh. Now, is it based along the lines of your story, or just a totally different story, or what?
It's actually based on true events. Like I said, during the time going through the process of my divorce, it was a time period of maybe like 6 months. I'm laying on the couch and I'm writing. Everywhere I go, I got my notebook and my pen with me. I could not stop writing. And so I put so much of myself into it, so much of my trials, so much of my depression, so much of my true life story. And so I think that's what made it so much more special for me. I think that's why it became my baby before I had my baby.
Right.
Actually, once we did One Flesh on stage, the next month I found out I was pregnant with my son.
Oh
So
wow.
I
I
remember
actually
seeing that. I
it
think
was
I remember seeing that.
I gave birth literally. I conceived. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so that was my, I guess you could say, my first baby.
Right. Was the divorce because of the your daughter passing?
I didn't hear the question.
Was your divorce because of your daughter passing? You
No, no, the divorce was because infidelity issues,
okay.
and yeah, and you know infidelity issues, and I tried to work it out. I tried to uh, you know like most women, when you get married, you expect to get married one time.
Right.
And so I fought it out. I stuck it out until I realized that I deserved more than what I was uh, getting. To be completely honest about it, I felt that I was not supposed to be in a situation where it's tug of war for my husband. So somebody had to give up. And so I waved the white flag.
She said, now that's one thing I'm gonna give up on. That is the
Correct.
situation. I
Absolutely correct.
understand.
But I'm so grateful. I'm so glad that I did just that. There are certain people that do not believe in divorce.
Mhm.
But I know now that if I had not made that decision to sign my name on that paper, freeing myself, I would not have met my son. I would not have met my daughter. I would not have my Coney Chronicles Entertainment LLC. I would not be who I am today. And so that was one of the best decisions I ever made.
Um,
Wow. Fancy.
so, so now you said that you're working on another production, right?
We were going to make it a play first, but I decided to go ahead and make it another short film, and we can always transition back to the stage. The name of it is For My Good, and it's I work with some amazing, amazing people. Um, just to name a few: Teresa Ledger, Demarcus Brown, Jonathan Hart. That's awesome, awesome cast. Miss Rihanna, Angela Patterson. They're great, awesome, awesome people, and Uncle Two. So he's how can I put that? Social media personality. He's freaking awesome. But yeah, For My Good, we rehearse each Sunday at 5 o'clock, and when I leave rehearsals, it's like I'm on a natural high from it because it's just that good and it's just that powerful, and it's the dynamic of people that just gives me a rush, and it confirms for me that I'm doing just what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right. Where can
Now, are
people
you?
find? Sorry,
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Anya?
I was asking where can people find the play? Where the film?
The film, you can message me on Facebook, Shawnna Coney, Instagram, the real fancy face underscore DA and the number one. And I've sent and mailed movies from Jacksonville to um, Georgia. Yeah. So just reach out to me and I can get it to you.
Because I'm interested. I went to go look for it and I couldn't find it. That's why I was like, where is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be sure to send you one.
Okay.
I was gonna say, are you still in Macomb?
I am still here. I've been wanting so bad to move, but I think it's something that I'm supposed to complete. I think I'm grounded for a reason. So yeah.
I can understand it. And I asked though, too, wow, I just totally messed up your Instagram name right here. I had it and then I was missing something, but I was trying to show it on the screen for them. So y'all, I'm gonna put it in the comments the correct way. But what I was gonna say is that you're also providing something else different, to the community for them to
Uh
take
huh.
part in. I
Right.
saw people make posts, like they were excited, like now I could, I'm a real actor, actress now. And I was like,
Yeah.
so it's
Now we
good.
can say we got experience, right?
Yeah, like it's good what you're doing. I think that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
So even if you're saying that about feeling like you're grounded there, that may just be a part of it to be able to
Mhm.
help someone else. It might even be some new
Correct.
out there. So yeah.
Right. Right. And I'm so grateful that I'm the one to be able to do it. Like I said, I get so um I guess you could say overwhelmed with it sometimes because I think like I remember the depression, the things that a lot of people don't know. I remember the depression. I remember the suicide attempts. I remember the dark dark times. So I can't help but smile when I look at my todays because I never would have dreamed that my todays would be so, can I say beautiful? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be so beautiful. So I mean, and I'm a writer. I couldn't have wrote it better than God did.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
I know. I know.
Love it. Well, do you have I mean, so I know you shared your plugs, but Anya, did you have any other questions? I'm sorry. Because I will just start.
No, I was about to say well, I guess that kind of helps with that goes into my last question. When you look at your journey on screen, I guess you see the triumph and you're like, you know what? I made it through that. I was just gonna ask, do it make you recall and just go into another place? But look like even looking at that, you're like, no.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, I've watched the movie and I've cried. Yeah, I've watched it alone and cried several times. So cuz I can really feel it. It's not, it's partially fiction just to make it a better story.
Hmm.
But those emotional scenes and those tough scenes, those are realistic. Those are all real. So yeah, yeah, I've shedded a few tears behind it. Certainly.
Okay. So, oh, look, then you gonna point at me like, okay. So, is there anything else that you want to add, or any words of wisdom, or anything like that before we close out?
Um, yeah. No matter what your situation may be right now, it's only temporary. It cannot stay the same. It cannot stay that way uh, permanently. It's impossible. One thing that's constant in life is change. So you can rest assured that no matter how dark it is, the light is coming. No matter how hard it may seem, um, go to God with it, and He will tote that load for you. As a matter of fact, give it to Him. Give it to Him and keep going forward. Keep pushing forward, no matter what it is that you're doing or that you want to accomplish, and that you want to do. Go forward, 100%. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Shawnna Coney, y'all. And I'm going to share her information here again. And I put her Instagram name in the Facebook comments over to the side, or, well, rolling down the screen, I guess you say, for you all. So you all can visit her page or her Instagram and just, continue to support. So thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us. And
Thank
best
y'all.
wishes
This was
for,
fun.
with
Bye.
production as well.
Her
Thank
Facebook
you.
is Shawnna Coney, Shawnna, Coney, Coney. I have to think about the verb, the audio listeners. Her Twitter is Shawnna, Shawnna_C. That's her Twitter, and her Instagram is THAREAL fancy face underscore DA and the number
Number
one.
one.
All
Thank
right.
you guys. Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
You
You
too.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
That was a lot. To unpack. That was good though. I love how she just said that it's about her faith. So many times we have to keep hearing that. It's about faith. It's about faith. Walk in faith. You start walking in faith, God's gonna open those doors. And I love her saying that. That God opened those doors that she didn't even think. She didn't even know she was gonna be a playwright. But look
Yep.
what happened.
Look at God.
Yeah.
And also faith is something that I think we have to constantly reinforce. You have to practice it, and you also have to reinforce it. So, and it can, especially when you're going through those dark times, like you can wean away from it, and then something has to bring you back to it. So I get that. And I just love her story. So yeah, and look, I got to feature someone from home, also.
Look at you, girl.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there's more going on in Macomb. I've just really been like watching the city grow. In a lot of ways, it's not all good, but at the same time, I still see, so many people just coming up doing their own things. And I'm like, look at them. So I'm excited. And I hope to be getting some more people on as well. But I wanted to start with her because I just thought her story was just like really inspiring, just to like really witness it. I mean, like really witness it as you see that transformation over the course of time, when you're really witnessing it like that, it's like, wow. So yeah. But so our event sponsor for the week is Southern University Law Center Intellectual Property Association presents the Up and Comers Network and Mixer and Artist Showcase. And excuse me, I said the sponsor, but that is the event that we are promoting for the week. So this is the event that we are supporting for the week. And it's also, I'm supposed to be emceeing it. So I am inviting you all out. Yeah, I said I'm trying new things, and I love poetry. And I have not like been to a poetry event in a really long time. Although I know this is going to be like other artists as well, but it's like I always love the vibes that you get from these type of events.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, did she? Mm, what's going on? Well, she put it up there.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't you.
And I was just going, and I was actually comfortable just talking about, the event. I don't know where I left off, but guys, here are the tickets. Oh, I think I was saying that it's $7 at the door. 7 in advance, 10 at the door. And I'm just honored, to be taking part of this event. And I hope that you all come out and support. Being that it is Southern University Law Center involved, I think it's going to be pretty cool. There's no telling who you might can meet, because especially as artists, you never know what type of investors or people might be on your art or whatever the case may be. So check it out. And am I going into the and also for the week?
Never thirsty. Tumblers always have to talk about that. Go to our website. I'm gonna ask a question next weekend. I'm gonna give a giveaway about something on our website. Are you on our website? You didn't check us out? Seen something that was on there? Check it out. I promise I'm gonna have a question next week on our wind down, and I'm gonna send something. I'm gonna give away something. Anywho,
I have this book also. This is my copy of the book now, but
what's that?
Lest we forget, let me move my little agenda, because I do want to make certain that we give out one of these. Like, y'all, this book is so awesome. I have yet to actually sit and just read it, but let me show you just kind of like how I'm gonna try to show y'all. Y'all know I never be able to hold stuff right in the camera, but just kind of like how it has like the little clippings and stuff. It's like a Black History book. So it has the actual photos and like little pop outs and inserts and things like that. Now, this is a very expensive retail price. It is not on here. Oh, retail price is $40. So I don't want to just give this to anybody and they're not gonna, use it, read it. So we need to think of some type of contest for that too. So we can definitely make certain we get this out next week. And also just a little note. And in case, y'all might know of a history buff and be like, hey, tune in because they're going to get that book away, let them know.
Right. And I'm always messing with my hair. This ain't going to do right.
I know. You and this hair, you know what it about made me think about them kids showed me that picture from Fall from Grace and the woman hair. Your hair is not doing that, but remember, like, have you saw the meme?
Yes, it's like one picture is one way and then the next is something else. Mm-hmm. But I'm keeping this hair in for a little while longer. I think
it's cute, but it actually does seem like the whatever, however you just changed it, it is still kind of a different style, but it's falling differently. But it's cute. Mm-hmm. But okay, so anything else we need to include, Anya?
Where wild women wander.
I'm still trying to hold off because I want this to be so. I don't know. I'm nervous about this, y'all. I want it, but I'm also really nervous about it. I want to present it in the best way possible. So that's why I hadn't even just mentioned anything else until I get like our logo back, finish with the sponsorship packages. And I'm even nervous about the sponsorship packages because Baton Rouge is a different market. So, and I'm like, I want to produce a quality event, and I just don't know how supportive that's going to blow over. But
it's our event is going to be quality in two-way. If you're interested in being a guest on Theories and Thoughts podcast, please email me at Arnya, ARNYA, @swagher.net. Please note, I have a new email. It is my name, ARNYA, @swagher.net. Oh, excuse me. We have lives this week. Tomorrow we have Rashida. She'll be talking with Jessica Canty. We have Tiara. She'll be
no, don't tell me. We about
Rashida will be at noon. Tiara will be at 9:30 p.m. Talking.
Yeah. I'm struggling over here. It seems like you went out. I thought it was my Wi-Fi again, so I like actually tried to bring you back in. I don't know, but you were saying that Rashida is going to be going live.
Rashida's on live tomorrow at noon. She'll be talking to Jessica Canty. Then Tiara will be on at 7. That will be on IG Live. On Facebook Live, we will be at 9:30 p.m. That'll be Tiara. And we have Jessica on Friday at noon talking business. We have travel books placement on sale now, still for Women's Empowerment Weekend?
Women's Empowerment Week. So yes, business card placement as well as spotlight features. Also, if you are hosting an event, please get with Nadia Francois, and you can host your event under the Women's Empowerment Week umbrella. So we're still all coming together and supporting each other. So why not? Especially if it's going to be following along that week, which is March the 20th through the 29th.
And we'll be talking to Nadia in March also. So that's really cool. We are looking for brand ambassadors, journalists, marketing people. Please email me at Arnya, ARNYA, at swagher.net. Remember, if you found this podcast very intriguing, you want to share with someone and they're not wanting to see the video. I mean, who wouldn't want to see how cute I am? However, it will be on Spotify come Friday. If you would like to see a replay of the video, it will be on YouTube on Friday also. Also Google Play, tune in. I need to take SoundCloud off of here. So that's all I have.
And that's it. Oh, well, look, Shawnna asked if we're doing a podcast on Mardi Gras.
Yes. And I'm going to have a drink in my cup.
Okay, I ain't say all that. I'm just gonna. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll be here though. So
we'll be here on Mardi Gras.
They gonna be here though. Everybody be at Mardi Gras.
It's just regular Tuesday in New Orleans. It's Mardi Gras.
I know New Orleans people see Mardi Gras differently than So I don't know.
But I'll be in the house by late anyway, even if I was at Mardi Gras.
Well, all right.
Starts early.
Well, then we'll be seeing y'all next Tuesday for the wind down for February. So peace and blessings. Anya, she done did a whole Dove video back here and opened up a bank account. We're gonna tag One United on this post, please.
I have to finish. Look, maybe we get a sponsorship. I'm about to open my account right now. As soon as we finish, I kept trying to play with it, but I was like, let me just pay attention to this podcast. I'm supposed to be doing something.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.